challenging Randy Blaukat to a debate. Now, I know everyone's going to be in the comment section saying, here we go again. Another video about Randy Blaukat. This guy's just as bad as Randy is with forward-facing sonar, and I'm just clout chasing, and Randy's living rent-free in my head, and I'm triggered, and I'm a nobody that no one's ever heard of. Well, fine. If I'm a nobody nobody's ever heard of Randy, then sitting down and having a 3-hour debate with me with a moderator should be no big deal to you. You know, you did a video the other day about climate change again, and I linked you a study from NASA in your comment section saying how the Earth is getting greener because of the elevated levels of CO2 in the atmosphere, and you deleted it. You know, yesterday's video about you've had enough of this smart-ass YouTuber, which I know you're talking about me, and I'd rather be a smart-ass than a dumbass, Randy, but you mentioned misinformation and disinformation, and that study had come from NASA. So now is NASA misinformation or disinformation? You just need to be honest. You don't like opinions you don't agree with. You like living in your echo chamber and being the narcissist you are. No new information is valid enough for you to change your opinion on everything because you got your heels dug in, like most narcissists do. You know, when you had that debate with Ben Milliken, he brought up all kinds of studies that you wanted nothing to do with. You talk about needing to, you know, listen to peer-reviewed studies and follow the science, but then when you're presented new information or new science, you don't believe it. You don't want to listen, you don't want to hear it. Only your opinion is the right opinion, and that's a true narcissist. And being a true hypocrite like you are, you also did a video the other day with a guy on there as a TikTok clip, and he was talking about the rise of these phenoms that came from, you know, their social media influencers that rose up to the top in professional bass angling during COVID. But let's be real, it wasn't forward-facing sonar that had that impact. It was social media. People were sitting around watching social media and got into bass fishing through social media, not because of forward-facing sonar. And because you make a paycheck off of social media, you don't mention it in your videos when you're calling out technology. You did a video today, you know, saying that we need to get rid of bass fishing tournaments. You know, now that your career's over and you're washed up, you want to pull the ladder up behind you and get rid of bass fishing tournaments. And you mentioned technology in that video. You're talking about rods, reels, lures, line. You went on and on, electronics. You went on and on about technology, but not one time did you mention the impact social media has had on bass fishing, on how much quicker people are learning how to bass fish, on, you know, you can learn how to use a bait caster, how to tie knots, what lures to use, what time of the year to use them, where, when. You can learn everything off social media, and you teach all those things. Every one of your videos, you hold up a bait and say, hey, this has been working really great for me. On the second, you know, other side of your mouth, you're saying there's too many people in bass fishing, that the industry is too saturated. You're a hypocrite. So let's sit down and let's have a debate about it. Let's talk about all these issues. You know, you didn't call me out by name in that video of this smart-ass YouTuber that you've had enough with, but I know who you were talking about. You said he was a serial commenter that you keep having to delete comments. Well, that's been me for the last month because you don't like opinions that don't agree with your worldview. Bottom line. And if you're so confident in your opinions and you say in your videos that you're willing to argue it out with anyone, well, let's argue it out. Let's have a conversation. Because I'm going to keep making videos. If you're going to have an opinion channel, I'm going to keep making videos. And to be honest with you, people appreciate my videos. I've gained like 100 some odd subscribers since putting the first Randy Blaukat is a hypocrite video out. I've gained 100 plus subscribers, and the majority of them say, finally, somebody's pushing back against Randy. Finally, somebody has said this. He's blocked me. He's deleted me. I was a subscriber until he started talking about climate change and politics. You want to talk politics? Start a political channel. Start a news channel. Talk politics. I don't know why you need to bring politics into your bass fishing channel. You know, you're saying that this administration is passing all these laws and stuff that are polluting the waterways and da-da-da-da-da. Well, in this cabinet, we got RFK Jr., who's done more for conservation than your YouTube channel ever will. No matter how much you push back on your YouTube channel, RFK Jr. has done more for polluting our waterways than you ever will. He has sued some of the biggest corporations and the biggest companies for polluting, you know, the Hudson River, all the way down to suing Monsanto. So don't say they have a bunch of idiots in there that don't know what they're doing and don't care about the environment, because RFK is probably one of the biggest environmentalists out there. And what he's doing is having way greater of an impact. His life work has had a way greater impact on the environment than your YouTube channel. So I don't want to hear it. Let's have a debate. Let's have a conversation. I'm assuming some of your fanboys are going to see this video and get it to you. So once you see this video, or once you get news of what I'm calling you out for a debate, DM me. Reach out. Get in contact with me. I got someone that would probably more than likely want to moderate the video or the debate. So let's do it. Put your money where your mouth is. You're so confident in your opinion, let's do it. I'm ready whenever you are, pal.